Hi guys, today we are going to learn that how to install Elasticsearch on Ubuntu and Kibana, and we will be firing some of the requests to Elasticsearch to store dummy documents and have the basic operations like create, update, delete and search. So in a very brief, Elasticsearch is an open source search engine built on the top of Apache Lucene, which is a full text engine library. Lucene is like very advanced and high performance and fully featured search engine library in existence today. Both are open source and proprietary. But the Lucene is just a library. To leverage its power, you need to work in Java and to integrate Lucene directly with the application, and it's require a degree of information, knowledge, and skill set. So basically, Lucene is a little bit complex, and Elasticsearch is built on top of Lucene. Elasticsearch is also written in Java and use Lucene internally for all its indexing and searching, but it aims to make a full text search very easy by hiding the complexity of the Lucene and make it very simple, coherent, and you can use it with the RESTful API. Elasticsearch is much more than just the Lucene, which is just a full text search. It can be also described as a distributed real-time document store where each and every field is indexed and searchable. It provides the distributed search engine capabilities with real-time analytics, and it is distributed and it is capable to scaling in hundreds of server and petabytes and with structured and unstructured data. It provides various RESTful APIs so that you can integrate your web client with your favorite programming language, firing some JSON request to Elasticsearch and use it. So let's start. So I will click on download Elasticsearch, and I will get the latest version. So today we are going to install Elasticsearch on Ubuntu. So we will click on the zip version. To save time, I have already downloaded the zip version over here and extracted to this directory. Then we'll go to download Kibana. And since I'm using a Ubuntu with a 64-bit machine, Linux version, I will be downloading the Linux version. So if you are using the Windows, so based upon the Windows, based upon the operating system, you have various options to download. For example, for Mac this one, for Windows this one, but there are a little bit different way to start and stop the server. Like for Windows, you have to run the bash file. For this guy, you have to run the executable file. Okay, so to save time, I have already downloaded the Kibana, which is here. So I will open the command prompt. Go to the sudo, take the sudo, go to the directory where I have exploded the Elasticsearch, and go to the bin directory. So if you do a ls-ltr on top of it, you'll be able to see a lot of executable files. So for running the Windows version, you have to run this one. For example, for the 64-bit, you have to run this exe, and for the 62-bit machine, you have to run the x86 one. Sorry for that. And for the Linux, I will be running this guy. So you have to notice that I'm running with root. I just put a / Elasticsearch and I'll hit the enter for this. So it will give me an exception. So this is a nice information that you cannot run Elasticsearch as a root. This is what I wanted to show. So I went to root user. Now I'm gonna exit and go to the directory where I have exploded, go to the bin and run this Elasticsearch again. So in this console, I see that it's getting started, loading various modules, aggregation modules, ingest modules, petacoder modules, reindexing modules, and here you go. So now the Elasticsearch is on 9200. I'll be going to the browser and pasting this link. So if I'll get this output, it means that our Elasticsearch server is up and running. There is another way to test if the Elasticsearch is up and running or not. I can do a curl on localhost 9200. So both of the IP works. Here you go. So it's running. So now I'm gonna open a new tab to run Kibana. I'll go to the directory just in parallel of Elasticsearch. Go to the Kibana bin directory and start Kibana. Now it says status change to yellow to green. By default, it connects to the localhost 9200, which is the default localhost port of the Elasticsearch. And let's verify. It's loading. Here you go. And we logged in. Just for your information, since looks like I was already logged in, and this guy showed me and just directly pushed me to the home page. If it asks for username and password, if you'll install it for the first time, it's gonna ask for username and password. So the username is Elastic and the password is change me. So I'll be going to DevTools and let's play around. So as I told you before that it works on the JSON library, you can interact using the JSON and REST API. So this DevTool gives you a console where you can directly push, post, put and do the various operation on Elasticsearch. So the basic concept behind creating a document in Elasticsearch is you have to define an index. So you can relate the index as a database into the relational databases, Oracle or the MySQL world, and a type. So you can relate a type with a table, and this is a ID, and you can relate a ID to a primary key of any record into the relational database world. So I will be pushing this document in which I have one title which says the quick brown fox. Then I have a price. So the book price is this, and this book is available into two different colors, red and blue. So let's run this guy. So when you run, this is the output which says the index is library, the type is book, so index is like database, type is like table, and ID is like primary key. The version is 1 for this document. The version is 1. This is created. There are total 2 shards. 1 got successful, 0 got fail. Created is equal to true. Then let's get back it again. Here you go. The same information found is equal to true, and in the source you can get the title, price, color, red, blue, whatever it is. So let's copy this guy and push some more documents in it. So the quick brown fox chasing dog, successful, created true. Now I'm gonna do a get on it. So this console provides you an awesome feature of the auto completion. You can just type and it will give you the auto suggestion. And I'm gonna say search. So if I don't give any argument to search, it will by default search everything. Here you go. So total history, these are my documents which I got back. And if I want to retrieve the book which have the ID 1, here you go. And if I want to do a search on a specific field, like if I want to search dog, so I will say library books underscore search, and I will wrap it, just write query, and it will automatically complete and make a braces for you. And I will say match, and I will say match the field title which have dog in it. There you go. And you can also update the title. So for example, you can also post to update any books. So here I am saying in the database or a index here, library type books, update the first index, work on fork index, and what operation will be update. So I will be updating, this is a quick fantastic fox. Successful, result updated. Let's get that book again. This is a quick fantastic fox. So in this way you can do a multiple operation. For example, if you want to delete the first book, you will hit it and it will say deleted. If you want to delete a second book, just hit it, successful, 1 deleted. Let's get back again if you can find something. Nope, nothing. We deleted all of them, we inserted. Now we are gonna learn that how we can push a multiple documents in one shot. So it's always to insert into bulk if you have a lot of documents. So let's try to figure it out. Here you go. So if you insert into bulk, you will get the documents information, ID, created like you got for a single one. Status HTTP 201 additional with that. 201 means created into the RESTful world. Now if I want to search match with the title over a quick doc, so over a quick doc we got into first position, and here the thing have to notice that we didn't search this over a quick doc, doesn't match to this title. But how the Elasticsearch works, it decouples your string and find the relevant matches as well. So if you see this guy got the higher score and this guy got the lower score. So higher matching score which have the over a quick doc into the string got here. And if you want to do the exact match, like you want to do a match phrase quick doc, which is here but not here. Here we have the brown dog, here we have the quick dog. See, now you got the unique results. Similarly with that, you can have the boolean operation like if condition you do. So you want to query library books, you want to search, do a query boolean, you want that it must not have a lazy, but it must have quick dog. Here you go. Similarly, you can say, okay, it should have, so should means it might have or not have, but it must have this guy. So it might have or not a quick dog, but it must have a lazy dog. Let's get the full search. We have these documents. Similarly, you can search it should have must phrase with this and must phrase with this. So you can make a lot of combinations, like this is a condition in which you want must have the title as a dog. Sorry, these were the match phrases. This must have the title as a dog, and you want to filter the range between price is greater than 5 and less than 20. Here you go. So you can make the various option, you can apply filter, or you can just apply filter. You want like give me all of the documents in the book, search and say like, okay, the range in the price is greater than 1. Here you go, you got all of them. Yeah, I think yes. No, one is missing because I think one have the one exactly, and we don't say greater than equal to 1. So you have this option as well. So we have multiple options like analyze, and you can say like what documents you have, how the Elasticsearch works. So you can always go to the documentation and work on it. Like you can have aggregations. You want to say like, okay, I want the price statistics as a price. In a popular colors, I want the color dot keyword size should be 1. I want this term, and aggregation would be under this, that average price per color. So read the documentation. So now I'm going to demonstrate that how to install X into the Kibana. So the X pack gives you a various functionalities into your existing Kibana. It gives you a security, alerting, monitoring, reporting, graph, machine learning, and all those things, which you can see like this. So let's go and see how to install it. So you have to go to the Elasticsearch, and to install Xpack you have to run this command. I'll stop the servers now and paste this guy and hit the command. So it's downloading the Xpack. So it will take a little bit of time. So have to do that multitasking. I will run this command to install Xpack into the Kibana as well. This is my Kibana home directory under bin. This guy is 58%, 60% done. So meanwhile of time, let's navigate through the configuration files. So let's go to the configuration files of Elasticsearch first. So if you go to the Elasticsearch, here under the config directory, these are the log4j2 properties. These are the JVM options. So for example, if you want to increase your heap path and all those things, XMS, XMX, and other GC settings, optimizers, and other stuff, the encoding format, again the GC and all. So you can always do over here. And this is the main configuration file for the Elasticsearch. So if you open this guy, this comments are pretty nicely descriptive. You can update your cluster name. You can name your node, the racks, path to data directory. If you want to make it a like a common file path where you want to be data to be shared, or you want to have any external drive path which have a backup and all those things. Part to the logs, default network host for IPv4, the gateway, and all those things. Plus, it also have the log4j properties, which we can always go and configure, and you can always say like how you want to do the logging of your application. You have the rolling file appender, root level is info, and console plus rolling. So it's gonna do a console logging as well, which we saw over here. This thing, this console logging. Let me accept. Yes, yes. Xpack is installed. This guy is still getting installed. So let's go to the Kibana. So under the home directory of the Kibana, you'll go under the config. There's a YML, snake YML, JSON format configuration, in which you can do the various configurations. So it's a like the server key and certificate if you want to have a username and password. If the Elasticsearch have a username and password, you can also integrate with the LDAP server if you want to have a service accounts. So you got a lot of choice. So if you are trying to install a production ready Kibana or Elasticsearch, go to the elasticsearch.com. There is a section which says production ready servers. You can give the specification. You can always go and search on the benchmarks and see what configuration they have used, how they have created shards. So these are the internal details to make a production ready server infrastructure and configuration. So this guy is taking a little bit time, so I will take this guy. So since the Elasticsearch Xpack is installed, I will run the Elastic servers now. Loaded all the modules. Starting. Here you go. It started. So here it's asking for username and password. So default username is Elastic and password is change me. I'll save this for now. So this means your Elasticsearch is running like we demonstrated before. Let's go to the Kibana. This guy is still downloading. I'm sorry guys, please bear with me. After this downloading, we will see like what magic the XPath have introduced into the existing single node Elastic and Kibana console. So just for a reference, just have a eye on this guy, like a quick navigate, just see like what options we have. So currently we have discover, visualize, dashboard, timeline, and DevTools and management. So once these documents will be, the XPack will be deployed, then we will be having a different picture at all in this Kibana tool. It will have a different capability. Here you go. Thanks God, it's done. So I will run the Kibana. It's good. The status is green. It's connected. We'll just refresh this guy. Here you go. So this time the login screen pops up. So username is Elastic and the password is change me. I'll hit the login. It's loading. Here you go. Now you got a lot of things: Elastic, some monitoring tools, graph, machine learning, dashboard, visualize. So in visualize you can configure your index pattern and see the graphs, how the current system is behaving and all those things. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope it will help and have a good time.